This is what peak male performance looks like. My ears and tail are kind of the pinnacle of masculinity.
Isn't she lovely?
One of the biggest fan theories in the entire history of Digital Circus just became canon, and this one has been in the community for a long time. Following the release of the finale, Gooseworx published new official art confirming that Jax is transgender, and the reaction across the fandom has been huge. This confirmation did not come out of nowhere, because the clues were there throughout the whole series, and the community had been picking up on them for years. The theory started building from small details: Jax's walk, the design of his room, which is full of pink and soft tones, and his very strong negative reaction to anything considered feminine, like the maid outfit in episode 5. The idea the community kept coming back to was that his discomfort with those things was not simple dislike, but something deeper, a kind of tension between what he was showing the world and what he actually felt inside. What a lot of people might not know is that Gooseworx herself is transgender, and she has talked about Jax being a self-insert character, specifically a version of her pre-transition self. Concept art that surfaced also showed Jax holding a bottle of progesterone looking shocked, while apparently coming up with an excuse that it helps with gambling, and earlier sketches included feminine eyelashes in his design. These were not accidents. The character was always carrying this story underneath everything else he was doing. And then the episode 9 arrived, and the finale made it impossible to ignore. The episode includes a scene where Jax and Ribbit are watching the stars together, and during that moment, Jax opens up to Ribbit in a way he has never opened up to anyone in the whole series, revealing that he may have killed his mother before entering the circus, and that he ran before he could find out if it was true. Ribbit takes her ribbon and places it on Jax's head, and for the first time in the entire series, Jax accepts something like that without anger or discomfort, actually blushing as it happens, which is a very deliberate contrast to every other moment where Jax pushed away anything that touched on femininity, and it reads as a moment of genuine self-acceptance. The other key scene in the finale happens when Pomni enters Jax's mind and finds multiple versions of him: indifferent, violent, shy, even unhinged. But among all of those, the version of Jax wearing the maid outfit is the most confident one in the room. The character who looked the most uncomfortable in that outfit back in episode 5 turns out to have an inner version of himself that wears it with complete ease. That detail, sitting inside Jax's own head, says everything the show chose not to say out loud. The confirmation also came from the voice cast. Amanda Hufford, the voice actress for Ragata, responded to the finale in a comment that said, "Jax is trans, isn't she lovely?" Between Gooseworx's official artwork, the finale scenes, and the voice cast's own words, this is about as confirmed as something gets in animation. Worth noting, though, is that Jax's pronouns within the show remain he, him, which the community has read in a few different ways. Some fans see it as Jax still being in the process of figuring things out, still closeted within the world of the circus, while others think it means he identifies with masculine pronouns regardless of his transgender identity. Both readings are valid, and the show seems to leave that open intentionally. The reaction in the fandom has been overwhelmingly positive, with a lot of fans who had been holding on to this theory for years feeling genuinely emotional about seeing it confirmed after the finale. For many people in the community who are themselves transgender or who connected with Jax specifically because of this reading of the character, the confirmation means something real, and the way the finale handled it through actions and moments rather than dialogue made it land in a way that felt true to who Jax has always been. There is also a layer to this that connects back to Gooseworx personally, because putting this story into Jax, making him a self-insert of her own pre-transition experience, and then giving him a moment of acceptance through a ribbon placed on his head by the one person he trusted most, is genuinely moving when you understand what the show was always quietly carrying. Digital Circus was always personal. This is one of the clearest signs of how personal it really was. Did you see this theory coming? And what do you think about how the finale handled Jax's story overall? Drop everything in the comments, because this is one of those reveals that the community is going to be talking about for a long time.